I'm guessing that some of my Chinese students would tell me that we haven't progressed so much today in China in order to take either the high school entrance exam or the college entrance exam. It's especially the college entrance exam, the Gaokao. It's a multi-day affair, and so much of your future is riding on it. But still, getting locked in a prison cell for 3 days, bringing your own food and water, oh, and of course a chamber pot to relieve yourself. Oh, those were the days. Good morning. Walking to school this morning here at Pitt University. Well, actually, right across is Carnegie Mellon. But I'm walking to class in that tower, the Cathedral of Learning, 42-story monument to teaching and learning. And I couldn't help think about the Chinese Imperial exam system. That's just the way my mind works. That's not exactly true. It didn't just pop into my mind. The other day, I went to the China nationalities room in the Cathedral of Learning. If you don't know, the Cathedral of Learning, which is essentially a big teaching building, an office building for the university, it has more than 30 of what they call nationality rooms, where each one is designed to represent the culture or society of a different country. It emanated from an idea of, a Pitt leader. This is in the 1920s. They thought, they want to celebrate the different ethnicities and immigrants in the city of Pittsburgh. So there's more than 30 of these rooms, a lot of them from Central and Eastern Europe, where a lot of the immigrants were from. But there's also, like I said, the Chinese room. As I walk and talk on my way to class, I am going to show you the China room. What struck me as soon as I walked in, I mean, it's beautiful, and it is designed to look like it was a classroom in the Forbidden City, the Imperial Palace in Beijing. And it really does. This is the architecture, and anybody who has spent some time in Beijing can recognize it right off. And I had a couple of thoughts. First, if you've never been to Beijing, if you've never been to the Forbidden City, I am sure when you walk into this room here at the Pitt University of campus, it's just startling. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's ornate, especially the ceilings. The red door is very iconic. But to be honest, I was also a little underwhelmed. Let me explain. Like I said, anyone who's been to Beijing, you know, we see this kind of architecture all over the place. Either original or replica, so many individual residence palaces, and of course the Forbidden City, and it just becomes part of the background, part of the furniture. Then my thoughts turned to Confucius. He's that guy on the wall over there. And of course this guy is Confucius. Yeah, and when I saw Confucius, I started to think about one of the great places to visit in Beijing that not that many do on the first time around, which is the Confucius Temple. And there at that temple, they have these Imperial exam rooms. I don't know if they're replica or authentic from before the 19th century. To be a civil servant, you had to take these imperial exams. And the way it worked was, if you were fortunate enough or smart enough, connected enough to be seated for an exam, it's a 3-day affair. And you go into, what's essentially either a prison cell, or to me it looks like a porta potty. You bring your own jug of water, enough food for 3 days, maybe a bedroll, and of course all your ink and brushes to do the exams. And then they give you your exam, and they literally lock the door for 3 days. I'm guessing that some of my Chinese students would tell me that we haven't progressed so much today in China in order to take either the high school entrance exam or the college entrance exam. It's especially the college entrance exam, the Gaokao. It's a multi-day affair, and so much of your future is riding on it. But still, getting locked in a prison cell for 3 days, bringing your own food and water. Oh, and of course a chamber pot to relieve yourself. Oh, those were the days. Oh, by the way, behind me, on the same grounds here as the Cathedral of Learning, is the Heinz Chapel. The chapel that Ketchup built. Anyway, I've arrived at the cathedral, and fortunately the Chinese room is empty, so we can get another look. And I'm going to end this video now. I really appreciate you guys watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please press the like button. Oh, I want to get the ceiling again. In that cabinet is an old-fashioned blackboard. Yeah, so press the like button, and if you have a comment, any thoughts, please drop one below. And finally, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, subscribe. Catch you guys later. I gotta go to my classroom up in the Austrian room. Catch you later. Bye. And then the ceiling above me, it shows dragons and phoenixes and the pearl of wisdom.